Liverpool have lost at Anfield in nearly 3 years. Guys, is this a massive test for Liverpool now to try and make it to top 4 title contenders, or are they pretty much done for the season for both things? Alright, let's eat.
What time is it? Game time! Woo!
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Edwin, aka Jollof King, the Jollof King to the Jollof. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we are back again, but this time we are at a different scenery, right? This is the fortress that has scared so many Premier League teams in the past, and it may not be so scary anymore. We're at Anfield. Anfield, where Liverpool play, home of the Liverpool, the Reds. Guys, man, Liverpool have lost to Burnley a couple days ago, or at least at the time of this video, yesterday, to Burnley, 1-0 in nearly 3 years, bruh. The 68 unbeaten home streak is now broken to the mighty Burnley. The mighty Burnley. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. But anyways, guys, so let's go into it real quick, right? Let's go into it. Let's dive into Liverpool and how they lost. So, injuries. That's one, right? They have some injuries on the field right now. Obviously, you have Virgil van Dijk not there. They have some injuries with their center backs. Maybe they don't have their best center back pairing back there, which is why it's so difficult for them to, maintain a steady back line. We also have some dip performances in Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson. The midfield is kind of if and buts, not really as consistent as it was before. And on top of that, in the last 4 games, Liverpool have failed to score a goal in the last 4 games. When you have the likes of Mohamed Salah, Firmino, Sadio Mane up top, and now this game against Burnley, Liverpool actually was starting Origi and Oxlade-Chamberlain and leaving Salah and Firmino on the bench. Very, very odd decision by Jurgen Klopp, but it didn't work out because they ended up losing the game, pretty much. Anyways, that's it right there. So Liverpool without a win in 5 games, without goals in 4 games. What the hell is going on in Anfield? What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. You got players playing out of position. The likes of Jordan Henderson playing center back there. This guy is a center mid. There's no reason why he should be playing center back, but because of the recent injuries in the past for Liverpool, he has been forced to move back there, and he's actually been doing a solid, pretty good job considering the fact that him and Fabinho are not center backs at all. But those guys, center mid, they're doing a pretty solid job, but that's not the main issue. The main issue is the scoring, the goal threat. Where is it coming from? I don't know, because it's like Salah, Mane, Firmino, they've all lost a touch. They've all dipped in form in terms of them trying to provide that goal scoring threat for Liverpool that people have been so scared of facing every week, game planning every week for these 3 guys, and it's not working out because, listen, you have missed touches in the box, bad touches at that. You also have the likes of them just not getting the ball on target. Quality balls that we usually see Liverpool put in the box, it's not there anymore. So what the heck is going on? What needs to change for Liverpool? Well, I don't know, because listen, Liverpool right now are in a shocking state. So to say that they're title contenders at the moment is kind of a nice thing to say, because in my opinion, they're not. They're not title contenders at all. Listen, they had a chance to prove that they could get back into the title race and use that sort of Anfield magic a match ago against Manchester United, in which they drew 0-0, and they actually could have lost that game too if it wasn't for Alisson playing great. But Alisson taketh, he giveth and he taketh away, because he was the one that caused the penalty for Burnley, in which Ashley Barnes put away. 1-0 to the mighty Burnley. Liverpool fall to the mighty Burnley at Anfield, lose at Anfield for the first time since April 2017. That's almost 3 years, pretty much. Wow. I mean, that's almost 4 years at least. 69 games. Liverpool lose the streak, and they sit at 68 unbeaten games at home. That's second to Chelsea, who I believe is at 86 games in total from 2004 to 2008. But Liverpool, regardless of that, that's a pretty good home stretch. So before we go into their problems right now, let me say this: for any team to go that long without losing a game at their home field, that's magnificent. That is tremendous. I give Liverpool props, not just for this season and so far and how long it took for them to lose, but for the other past seasons, because listen, that Anfield magic is real, right? It's real, it's scary. For so many seasons, teams would go into Anfield, when they see the likes of them traveling to Anfield for the season, they would check that off as a loss, because listen, there's no way that we're getting points at Anfield. There's no way. Even me as an Arsenal fan, even though I felt as though like Arsenal were improved in some aspects, that we could actually challenge for Liverpool, challenge against Liverpool at Anfield, go in there and get a sort of a result, I never really felt too confident, because I know that Anfield is a place not to play in if you're not a Liverpool player, or to sing in if you're not a Liverpool fan, right? For many seasons, and I said that aside from Liverpool and Anfield and everything, I kind of felt confident. Maybe you could say the Etihad Stadium as well too, but I kind of felt confident about my chances of going and getting a result in recent seasons against other teams in the Premier League. Not Anfield at all, because that magic is real. We want to go back to them beating City a couple times over there, going back to the 4-0 win, comeback against Barcelona. Listen, Anfield is real. Winners against Tottenham this year, like, bro, it's crazy. So props about that. Like, no ifs and buts about it. If my team, or if any team, went that long without being unbeaten, without being beaten in their matches at home, that should be a great thing to be proud of, because you have fought hard, you have protected home court or home field in this space, and on top of that, you've made Anfield an impenetrable place to play in. Like, teams come in there scared. That's what it is. But nevertheless, the streak is broken. So what does that mean for the rest of the games? Now that the mighty Burnley have come there and beat Liverpool 1-0, and even before we go into that, I have to say this: Liverpool, they still get credit, because listen, despite all the injuries, despite players playing out of position, it took those two things and a mistake, a bad mistake at that by Alisson, and a penalty put away, for a team to finally come in Anfield and win. Now that, to me, takes a lot, and I respect Liverpool for that. But anyways, it doesn't really matter right now, because Liverpool have bigger issues on their plate as far as them holding a streak at home. They need points, they need goals, and right now it's not looking too good for Liverpool fans. You never walk alone. Well, you will need to find a way to get things in order, because right now I'm looking at Liverpool and I see, well, I don't really count them in the title race as of right now. Now, things could change in the future, but right now, I don't count them in the title race. It's just too much right now, right? Manchester United at the top, 40 points. City and Leicester are both tied for second. Well, City's up top and Leicester's third for 38 points, right? Then you have Liverpool down there, 34 points. But you have to look at the back and see that Tottenham's right behind them. Everton, West Ham is actually behind them, right? And if you still believe in them, Arsenal and Chelsea are behind Liverpool as well too. The whole race for top four, even though I don't really believe that my team is good enough to make it or contend for top four at the moment, it's still a pretty close, point gap between fourth and about maybe say sixth, seventh, eighth, as far as ninth probably. It's pretty close. So Liverpool have to worry about that, because forget about title right now. You got to focus on getting top four. If you don't make top four, that's a big drop, a big loss for Liverpool and Liverpool fans in itself. A big blow to the career, the managerial career of Jurgen Klopp. That's insane. So find a way to get healthy first. That's one thing. Find a way to get healthy, and obviously with health comes with time. So we really can't say how these players will come back in, and when they do come back in, we don't know exactly how they'll perform on the field, because they've been gone so long that it's tough for a player to sometimes get into the groove of things. But anyways, that's what you gotta hope for Liverpool. As a Liverpool fan, you gotta hope that your players come in and at least give you some type of spark for the future. Now, Liverpool have a tough stretch of games. They have a tough stretch of games coming in the future. They have City. They play Leicester. I think they play Brighton. Even though that these are somewhat winnable games, I'm not just talking about the big name teams. I'm talking about some of the games too that I can't mention right now because I can't really think of it off the top of my head. But Liverpool can sort of win these games. If they're firing right, they can win these games. But the issue is they're on a bad streak. They're not in form, not scoring goals. So you really can't put your money on Liverpool at the moment. And now it's like, if Burnley could come there and get a result, and I know that Burnley is a pretty poor team, and they were feeling on top of the world after that win. But Burnley is let's be honest, like they're a poor team. Any other team could come in and actually get a result at Anfield, because for once the streak is broken. The force, the impenetrable field that is Anfield is now broken, which means that teams could come in there and actually get a result, because this season right now is a weird season. So the way things are going at the moment, you really can't put your money on anything. Nothing is sure and set for this season. So yes, I can put my money on other teams coming into Anfield at the moment and getting a result, because that's just what it is. Liverpool are wounded, they're weakened, they're injured, whatever the case may be. So now it's like, Liverpool against the likes of Leicester. I mean, I think Leicester played them already, but I'm just saying, just for conversation's sake, like Leicester, United, Tottenham. Like, usually you wouldn't give these guys a break. You wouldn't give them a shout to come in and win at Anfield. But now it's like, maybe, maybe not. You never know. I think we can come in there and get a good result. But guys, listen, if you are a Liverpool fan, you got to hope for the best. You got to hope that your quality that you have on the side right now, that is Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Firmino, these guys come in and start firing back. Because the main threat, or the main issue isn't the defense. It's not really the defense. Aside from maybe one or two mistakes, really bad mistakes at that too, it's not really been the defense. You guys got to score goals. You guys have been controlling the game in some aspects, or most aspects, but the goals have not come. And you obviously can't win if you don't score goals. So that's it, man. But Liverpool right now are in trouble. They are in trouble. But listen, guys, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Will Liverpool get top 4 this season? Are they even title contenders this season anymore? Can you really say? You can't. You can't. But anyways, guys, that's all that we have for this video. The winners for today, right? I would say 2 winners. Well, kind of. So the title contenders, that's grouped up in 1. Leicester, City, and United. Those 3 teams right there are the winners, because they are now sort of distancing themselves from Liverpool, and it's more becoming like, instead of a 4-team race, it's more like a 3-team race for titles purposes right now. That's 1. And 2, the rest of the Premier League are winners, because listen, whoever comes to Anfield for the rest of the season can now hope that they can get a result, because if Burnley can come over there and get a result, no matter how it went down, no matter how the circumstances folded, if they can come down there and get a result, then I'm sure any other team coming down to Anfield at the moment, Champions League included, they can come down to Anfield and actually play a good game and actually maybe get 3 points. You never know. But guys, we'll see what things happen in the future. Anyways, that's all that we have for this video. Hope that you like, share, and subscribe to the video, to the channel. And also, remember, as I grow, we grow together. Stay tuned for the next video. Boop.